Hey guys, Q here for Chapter 3 of Uncharted Remastered Drake's Fortune Brutal Walkthrough. We're going to be using the Ghost Hair, the Ghost Hair method, um, the corner shooting method, and of course the weapon exploit. If you don't know what any of those are, go watch my hints, tips, and tricks video, and we'll get you caught up to speed. This is about having fun. So if you're someone who believes, oh, if you use glitches or cheats or anything like that, then you're no. We're doing it to have fun. Come on. If you don't want to use them, don't use them. But more importantly,
That's probably bad.
we don't use any real glitches. We don't use any skips or anything like that. It's just the weapon exploit. And I'll show you how that is as well. When you first start here, it's kind of luck. Just you gotta just jump off and then roll away. You're gonna want to do a brutal combo on this guy: square, triangle, square. Make sure your hit lands before you press the next button. So square punch, triangle punch, square punch, like that. And we're gonna get our cutscene, and then we're gonna activate our weapon exploit. We're gonna be using the micro and the M4. What you're going to see me do is actually go behind cover, and that was a mistake. What you want to do is use the cornering method for this. You have decent cover for this. Now I'm getting my grenades, my micro, and my M4 assault. But, and making sure my infinite ammo and one hit kills are on. You're going to want to use your M4 because it's accurate here. You don't want to get yourself in too close. You could use the blind cover method or technique, but we didn't. We just used the cornering method. This first chapter and chapter 4, for the most part, aren't bad. So notice I'm using the cornering method. I'm moving around to the other side. These guys, as long as you kill that first guy, you don't really have to worry about them coming up to you too much. Notice I'm actually behind the cover there, and I'm like, no, what am I doing? Use the cornering method, get these guys. Later on, obviously, you might be concerned about them coming up to you, so you're going to want to use a different method. But as of right now, there's 3 enemies here. There's 3 enemies here. And, there we go. Alright, so there's 1 enemy around this corner. As long as you're using the cornering method, you should be able to sneak up on him. I don't know if you can actually sneak up on him with a stealth kill, but yeah, I'm just using the corner method here. Boom. There we go. Now this is one reason why it's great to have the ghost hair and the micro. Oh, it looks like I actually shot him with a blind cover there. But you can with the crosshair and the micro, you should be able to get that really easy well by aiming and then shooting. Ghost hair. Alright, so for this area, run up to this first pillar and they'll come out. You can either... I actually got behind cover, and I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do the cornering method, but it worked out. I was just blind covering them. Don't forget about this guy down here. As you can see, I did. I went to roll down and went, crap. But this is why it's great to have the M4, because of that accuracy. I'm using the cornering method, and I just take him out. Alright. Now what we're going to do, we're going to hop halfway across these and hide behind the pillar. There's going to be an enemy that comes up to our right. So you're going to see me hide behind this pillar really quick and then stalk this guy on the right. Use the cornering method. I actually just got kind of lucky with my shot there that I was able to hit him right away. You're going to want to stay more close to the pillar to use the cornering method when you take that guy out. Sorry this chapter is so fast. I was kind of just rushing through it because it's relatively easy, especially with the one-hit kill. The first and only minorly difficult part is actually coming up at the top of this ladder here. This guy, don't forget about that guy. He's gonna come out the stairs. As long as you line up on him first, you should be able to headshot him while you're backing up back down the stairs. And then with these guys, you're using essentially the cornering method, but using the top of the stairs instead. You could try and get a hanging, hanging cover kill from further back, But like I said, it's this chapter, and the next chapter. Well, this chapter mainly is pretty easy with the one-hit kills on. So I didn't stress too hard about giving you strategies here. Use the cornering method. You should be good. Here, there's not going to be any enemies. I thought there was, but it's the one above that there's an enemy.
Never a dull moment, huh?
But we're gonna head up.
Just keep your head
We're
down.
gonna head up
These guys aren't messing around.
the ladder, and then really go to the one or the one slash two enemies that can be difficult in this chapter. Alright, first off, we are gonna there's gonna be one enemy that shows up to the right here. He doesn't show up till you run forward, and then trying to run back as well is quite a pain. So go straight to this cover, and you can usually blind fire with the micro, but as you can see, the Brazzer's in the way. So Brazier, and you can use the cornering method around the Brazzer. This is the hard part. There's two enemies down here. Now you could go to that piece of cover right there if you really can't get your grenades off from here. I prefer to try on a grenade because it keeps me out of the line of sight. If we go, yeah, see, I was too close. I wasn't doing that. And so this is really the first part where in the game where it's like 2 hits and you're dead. Now you could run up to the cover, which I'll show you in a second. But that kind of, if they throw a grenade or something, you're kind of screwed because by the time you run back, they'll shoot you. By the time you run anywhere else. So I got one grenade on him, and I'm kind of just winging it on that guy. Here's the cover I was talking about. You could move up to this cover if you're having trouble with it, but if they throw a grenade or something, and you have to get up like that, you're screwed. Next up, there's a single enemy. As soon as you hit him, I don't know if it's you hit him or kill him, and then there's 2 or 1 enemy. But as soon as you hit him, 2 more enemies are going to show up on the staircase. So use the cornering method if you can. Apparently not, so I'm going to use a grenade here. And we have unlimited ammo, so we get our grenades back. So, alright, so he died, and see now the 2 enemies up there showed up, as well as 1 enemy who ran down to the same spot. I'm taking care of the shotgun guy using the cornering method with my M4, and then taking this guy out to essentially the same guy, same spot, you know. Alright, so now we're at the last section, the final 3 guys. We're gonna go out. Don't get caught like I did. Just go out and go right back in. Don't press the circle button to try and roll back into the catacomb, because it will screw you up like it did me.
Stay with me.
So you just got to run out and run back in to trigger the enemies, and then you can take your time taking them out. Elena won't die. There we go. Run out and run in. But I accidentally hit circle, and then I got stuck right there, and then freaking Elena. So Elena won't die unless you there's a single enemy on the left here. Here we go. And then there's one further back in the same spot, and then one on the far right. Elena won't die unless you go too far ahead of her or too far behind, which is great because as long as you're not ditching her, you don't have to worry about her being alive. I think that's great, and she actually does help you sometimes. She'll, you know, kill an enemy eventually, and that kind of stuff. Alright, so this is the last guy on the right there. I'm trying to use the cornering method that actually peeked out a little too far. There we go. So now we're done with this chapter. I'll see you in chapter 4, which is where it actually kind of gets difficult.
Strangers trying to kill me?